Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Major Money. And today is Taco Tuesday. So every Tuesday they give special discounts. I believe the one right now is NHL. Yep, you got 46 more minutes left for Igor Shesterkin. Probably did not say that right. Over 23 and a half goalie saves. Last game he only had 7 in November. But obviously he's killing that the last year, but 23 and a half goalie saves most of the time. I will say that hits. Goalie tacos are not always the most reliable. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Been burned on a couple, but it is a discount nonetheless. Remember also, new member offer, play $5, get $50 instantly if you use the code 5. And when I tweet out my picks right after this, I will include a link to where you do not even have to type that in. Just click the link and go. Prize Picks is available in Florida and in most states. Even in some states that don't have traditional sports betting, you can play Prize Picks through different little game mode called Arena. Basically, you just have to get every pick right, and there is an off chance if you do miss one or two that you still finish top in your group and you still win money that way. But pretty much it's just you're going to have to hit 4 of 4, 5 of 5, 6 of 6, 3 of 3, whatever your group might end up being. But new member offer, play $5, get $50 instantly. Now, today, I've decided, since it is a Miami Heat game today, it's going to be NBA Cup, their first game playing the Detroit Pistons. I'm going to go all 3 picks just from that game. So that I'm going to do 2 Miami Heat picks and then going to do 1 Detroit Pistons pick. And I bet you can't choose or can't guess who I'm going to use for the Detroit Pistons. I use him every single time I can. He has been a money maker for me, and I'm going to continue that streak, to be honest with you. So with that being said, I'm going to go Cade Cunningham. And I was getting his rebounds and talking about it on Major Money for a while now, about his rebounds at like 5.5 or 6 were a steal. You can see now 5.5 is now a goblin. But I'm playing as Demon, and I very rarely play Demons on Major Money because we typically just go with standard picks. But boy, I mean, he's been killing this. He's been a triple-double machine recently. He had 3 straight triple doubles, and then last game, just 2 nights ago against Houston, had 8 rebounds. Against Brooklyn, he had 6. He has to get 7.5 rebounds to hit this Demon. That is great value for a Demon, to be honest with y'all. And that's the reason why I ended up playing it. I think the value for a Demon still at something he's been consistently hitting and something that I do not think is going to change. I think he's going to be around 8 rebounds or so for the rest of the season if he keeps playing how he's been playing. And in Miami, not a great offense. Misses a good number of shots, especially inside. And there'll be stretches of the game where Miami won't score. Cade Cunningham has been hunting for rebounds. I think that will continue. Bam, I think, is going to kind of limit Durant a little bit. And so then there's going to be rebounds available for Cade Cunningham, just like there has been every other game. With that, I'm going to jump over to a guy that needs more respect for how he started the season, and that is my guy, Tyler Hero. We're going to play his points today. Over 21.5 points, you can see his hit for the last 5. Against Washington, it did not hit when he finished with 15. I think he's going to once again carry the offensive load. No Jimmy Butler tonight. We need someone to step up, and Tyler Hero has been doing that all year long. He's been averaging about 23 points a game. So it's even lower than his averages. Even when he's playing good teams, and Detroit's not a good team. Minnesota 26, Denver 24, Phoenix 28, Sacramento 27. That's 4 straight good teams he's playing. And people have knocked Hero for this in years past when playing a better team that he doesn't play as well. Well, he's shown up even if he's the only person on the Heat to show up. So I'm going over 21.5 points. I think this is going to hit. I would not be surprised if he's at 25, shoot, maybe even 30, because I think he has a great opportunity to have a really, really, really good game against Detroit here. I consider doing his points, rebounds, assist, consider doing his straight up assist. You got a couple demon options here. You also have his 3 points made. This is another really good one. But just in case they take away the 3 and he goes into the lane, which he's been doing phenomenally this year, much better than he ever has in the past. I think Hero's going to get his buckets in a number of solid ways. So I'm going over 21.5. I can see Van Lee, shout out to Van Lee, saying good night. Bam winner last year. That was incredible. I was moving stuff into my house when it happened. I went running out of my house. Get right game for Bam. I do believe that. Sell high on Tyler. It's a trap. I don't believe so. All right. I'm not selling high on Tyler. I think this is legit, mostly because of how he's doing it. Van Lee's got another comment trying to reinforce me not to go with Tyler. I've already done it. It's going to happen. Tyler's a sucker bet. I see this as a Hami, Terry, and Bam night. Tyler's going to feast versus the Pacers. That he does have a good matchup against the Pacers as well. But I think he's going to honestly have good games against everyone. I think we're at that point with Tyler Hero at the moment. His added strength, his added difference in shot diet, and especially with Jimmy not being there, he's going to have even more opportunities. I do like this game for Tyler. Now, my last one, and kind of on the same lines as you, Van Lee, I think Bam is going to have an opportunity here. But this has been a bet that has actually been pretty good, even when Bam has bad games, is actually his field goals attempted. It's at 14. He's hit this for the last 5. The only time it didn't was against Minnesota. And, Minnesota, we know they got Rudy. They got Nas. They got several good big men. He actually finished with a lot of assists this game. I believe it was 7. So he's doing more of a facilitating instead of getting shots up. But Bam has been aggressive in getting shots. You can see Denver, 18, Jokic. A lot of times we see Bam shying away from shots against Jokic. Phoenix playing Nurk. 15 against Sacramento, and he was not great that game. Washington, 24. That was the game where he was really good. I mean, he's consistently around this number, if not crushing it. And I don't think that's going to change today. I love this bet. I believe he's going to be closer to 20, in my opinion, on shot attempts than he is going to be 14. He's been very aggressive. I think he'll have a lot of opportunities in this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. He said Van Lee, Duran going to give Bam a little trouble in these matchups, but Duran's banged up. I like Duran. I think he's a good young player. I just don't think he's ready to handle Bam quite yet, especially limiting Bam in shot attempts. The reason I didn't go points is because I think for Bam to even have to hit his points of 19, he's either going to have to get a lot of free throws or he's going to have to take a lot of shots. His shot for almost every game this year has not been, falling. And so, but he's been taking it, which is very important and something I really like. That's why I'm going field goal, because even when he's been having bad shooting games, he's still shooting the ball outside of pretty much just a couple games this year. So I do like Duran. I think he's a really good young player, but I like Bam having a get right game without Jimmy really taking control today. Yes, I do like Ivy, Cade, and Holland on Tyler because, I don't think they're all going to be guarding him that much. I think Tyler, Ivy is probably the number one guy that's going to guard him. Maybe he guards Terry, but, Cade then would come on him. I think we're at that point, kind of what I was saying of, I don't care really who the matchup is. I think Tyler's going to get his, especially without Jimmy. And I think 21.5 is about the number he's going to be around because he's been doing it in different ways, and that added muscle has helped. So that's my thinking on that. Maybe I'm wrong here. I did go 1-2 on Sunday and, on a little cold streak. So maybe my thoughts are off right now, but I think I can get back on a Miami Heat game. That's my bread and butter. Biggest Heat fan in the world. No one loves the Heat more than me. I think this is my opportunity to get back. And since I am playing a demon today, if you do the flex play, because if you're worried that my Tyler pick is not good, shout out Van Lee, then if you get 3 right, you still get 5x. And then 2 correct, you get that hedge. If Tyler doesn't hit, you still profit marginally. But if you really like all the picks like I do, you can get the times 8 right here. You must hit 3 of 3, though. 3 correct. $20 would win 160. So good value. Like I said, we got a demon good value here because Cade's been hitting this even as pretty much every game recently. I believe it was 4 out of 5. And we got it as a demon. And y'all know me, I've been playing so many Cade rebounding that I saw this demon at good value and I had to jump up on it. So with that being said, we're going to steal some money from Prize Picks. The Miami Heat are going to win tonight. I guarantee it. It's like a Chuck guarantee. I guarantee the Miami Heat are going to beat the Detroit Pistons today. We are going to be soaring from here on out. We just beat Minnesota, and that's just the spark that we needed. And so I'm playing Cade Cunningham over 7.5 rebounds. It's a demon. Tyler Hero over 21.5 points. Bam Adebayo over 14 field goal attempts, and that gets you a ×8 for a power play or a ×5 or 1.25 for a flex play. Now, last but not least, as always, new member offer. Play $5, get $50 instantly if you use the code 5. Let's take that money from Prize Picks. Let's enjoy a good night tonight. And let's also look out for the last taco coming up. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all on Friday.